Imagine trusting a man with your life savings because everyone else did. Celebrities, billionaires, charities, banks. For decades, one man convinced the world he was a financial genius. He wasn't. He was running the biggest Ponzi scheme in history. This is the story of Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff started a small investment firm in New York in the 1960s. He didn't promise outrageous returns. Instead, he offered something that sounded much more believable: steady, consistent profits. Whether the stock market was booming or crashing, his clients always seemed to make money. People began calling him a financial genius. His reputation became so strong that he eventually served as the chairman of the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. If the man who led one of America's biggest stock exchanges could be trusted, who would ever question him? Money poured in from every direction. Hollywood celebrities, wealthy families, charities, pension funds, banks, and even experienced investors trusted him with their fortunes. By the mid-2000s, Bernie Madoff was managing tens of billions of dollars. But there was one problem. He wasn't investing any of it. Instead, he was running a Ponzi scheme. Rather than earning profits through investments, he used money from new investors to pay returns to older investors. As long as fresh money kept coming in, the illusion stayed alive. To make everything look legitimate, Madoff created fake account statements, fake trading records, and fake profits. His investors believed their wealth was growing every month. In reality, most of the investments never existed. So how did one of the biggest financial frauds in history go unnoticed for decades? Because almost nobody asked the right questions. His returns were unbelievably consistent. Instead of seeing that as a warning sign, investors treated it as proof of his brilliance. The more influential people invested with him, the more everyone else wanted in. There was, however, one person who refused to believe the story. Financial analyst Harry Markopolos spent years analyzing Madoff's returns and concluded they were mathematically impossible. He repeatedly warned the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, submitting detailed reports explaining exactly why the numbers didn't add up. His warnings were ignored. Then came 2008. The global financial crisis triggered panic across the markets. Investors rushed to withdraw billions of dollars from Madoff's funds. That's when the entire scheme collapsed. There wasn't enough money to pay them because the money had never been invested in the first place. On December 10, 2008, Bernie Madoff confessed the truth to his two sons. The very next day, they reported him to the FBI. Investigators uncovered one of the largest financial frauds in history. Fake account statements showed nearly $65 billion in assets, while investors had actually lost around $18 billion of their own money. Thousands of people lost their life savings. Charities shut down. Retirement funds disappeared. Families who had trusted Bernie Madoff for decades saw everything vanish almost overnight. In 2009, Bernie Madoff pleaded guilty to 11 federal crimes, including securities fraud, wire fraud, money laundering, and perjury. He was sentenced to 150 years in federal prison, where he remained until his death in 2021. The Bernie Madoff scandal wasn't just about one man committing fraud. It was about what happens when trust replaces verification. When people stop asking questions because everyone else believes, even the biggest lies can survive for decades. The next time someone promises consistent returns with little or no risk, remember Bernie Madoff. Because if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to Insight Decoded for more stories about billion-dollar scams, corporate frauds, and business failures that changed history.